everybody, happy Thursday. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the community. I put out videos twice a week, so make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on so you don't miss out. But let's jump into today's question. Katie, as you know, I work a lot and study part-time outside of work hours and weekends. I'm doing it like that as I'm paying for my degree myself, awesome, without loans to start with, and my parents haven't supported me financially since I was 15. But it makes it hard because I obviously earn a lot more than friends my age. Some are students who don't even work or barely work at all. Others work in low-paying jobs because that's all that they can get. And so sometimes I'm way too nice to them in regards to a lot of things. But in this context, buying them things and helping them out when they sometimes need it. However, there have been a few occasions recently of people saying that they need help and they'll pay me back. But I'm still waiting. One has been about a year now, and I just constantly find that I'm fighting with myself over it because I want to help, and most of the time I'm able to help, but it starts to get to the point where it feels like they're taking advantage of me and are only friends with me because of stuff like that. So I just don't really know how to get around all of that. Yet another case of constantly fighting myself. Ugh. I really like this question because I think a lot of us struggle with boundaries with people and feeling walked all over or taken advantage of. And there's quite a few components I want to talk about with regard to this, but I want to start with boundaries. And I know a lot of you just hid behind a pillow and are like, please stop talking about it. Boundaries? What boundaries? I don't even know what that means. If you don't know what boundaries mean, boundaries are things that we communicate to others in our life to let them know what's okay and what's not okay. This can be what expectations they can set for us or what they can expect from us. All of it needs to be clearly communicated. And that's where most of us struggle, want to hide behind a pillow, because we can fear conflict. If done properly, boundaries can be set up pretty easily. For example, if a friend asks me for $50, I can say to them, yeah, I can loan it to you now, but I'm just going to need you to pay me back by this date. If that date rolls around, I've already told them that I need to be paid back by that date, and I could say, hey, remember I told you I need that $50 by this date? If they don't pay me back or they say, I need a few more weeks, you can say, I told you I needed it by now. It's not okay. I have bills to pay too, and this is really difficult for me. That's laying a boundary down. You could even go as far as to say, if this isn't the first time, you could say, this is why I don't like to loan friends money. It makes it really hard on me. And again, we're kind of owning our own boundary. Makes it hard on me, which is true. I don't like it. True. This is why I don't usually do this. Again, we're saying this is what I told you and this is why I asked for this, okay? So don't think that boundaries have to be extremely confrontational or we come out of nowhere and they maybe don't know why we're even saying what we're saying to them. We can do it in the moment. We can do it when they ask for a favor. We can do it when we're, getting together and something comes up similar to it. There's a lot of ways that we can approach certain situations that involve boundaries in a very soft, not so intensely confrontational way. And if you're worried, you can always practice ahead of time. I always say write it down and practice on your own, because then we can kind of figure out how it is we want to verbalize it, what feels true to us and how we would normally talk to friends and family. And then take a breath and go in and do it. Because trust me, boundaries not only help us, the ones who set them up, but they also help the person that we're in a relationship with, because boundaries are there to keep everybody in that relationship safe and make sure that each relationship is built off of trust, love, and mutual respect. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the fact that people using us for money or manipulating us to get things from us, whether that be more power, like if they're looking to use us to get advantage at work, or if they're wanting to take advantage of maybe resources we have, like a trip we're going on, things like that, whatever it may be. If someone's manipulating us and using us to get something, that's a toxic relationship. And I would encourage you to first try to address it with them. And you can say something to the effect of, I often feel like, you've been asking me for a lot of favors and it feels a little unbalanced. I know that many of you may not feel comfortable saying that, but if this person is continually taking advantage of you, I think it's good practice to try to communicate what we're feeling and hope that they can understand and say something like, oh, I didn't even realize, I've just been really stressed out and I'm so sorry and I'll work on it. A lot of times that's the response. But if not, or if we don't feel we're able to communicate that to them, we're going to have to distance ourselves. We're going to have to say no when they ask for those favors, when they ask for more money, when they ask to take advantage of something that we have. It's ours. We have the right to say no. And we have a right to get into and out of a relationship at any time. In a relationship like this, when we feel used and we feel like someone's taking advantage of us, we have the power to stop it. And so I'd encourage you to notice, to think about your relationships. Think about people you do favors for, people that you spend time and energy on. Do you feel like it's mutual? Do you feel like you could ask them for the same things and they would 100% say yes? If the answer is yes, that's a healthy, wonderful relationship. But if not, it's something we need to talk about with them, talk it with our therapist with, possibly practice verbalizing, and potentially, if all doesn't work out, end the relationship. Because no one deserves to feel manipulated or to feel walked all over. We all deserve the right to have healthy, happy, loving relationships. And the third and final part of this question that I want to address is self-worth and confidence. I truly believe that a struggle to set boundaries and to properly communicate what's important to us comes from lack of self-worth or lack of self-confidence. And the ways that we can work on that is all an inside job. And I say that because a lot of people will say, well, people in my life have been mean and they've said bad things. We cannot control, unfortunately, what other people say and do. And I know that sucks because people can be total assholes, but we have to work on it inside, meaning we have to say nice things to ourselves. I always talk about the importance of self-talk, and that is super important when it comes to confidence and self-worth. So notice what you say to yourself. If it's all nasty things, I want you to argue back. I want you to do that thought, you know how I talked about like thought tracking, writing down the things that you think all the time and then arguing back with a positive voice. You can pretend it's me. You can pretend it's your best friend or a loved one, someone who would say nice things to you. I want you to argue back in that voice. And also spending time around people who are loving and supportive. If there's a few people in your life that are always telling you positive things and being super encouraging and supportive, spend more time with them. Lessen the time you spend with people putting you down and increase the amount of time you spend with positive people, because it is contagious. Hearing someone say nice things and feeling good about a situation, having someone affirm that is so wonderful. And we can just feel like $1,000,000. And so I would encourage you to do that. Spend less time with the assholes and more time with the nice people, because overall, we really only want our life filled with nice people. Am I right? This video has been brought to you by the Kenyans on Patreon. If you would like to support the creation of these mental health videos, click the link in the description and check it out. But as always, those are just my ideas and my comments. What do you think? Let me know, because with your experience and my expertise, we get the best result and the best information possible. Thanks for checking back, and I will see you next time. Bye.